Hey, don't just skip past this stuff. This one's kinda different. Our Castle Walls is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod, a non-profit and fan-made project that is not affiliated with Team Salvato or anyone else. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at that place. Just a heads up, this mod will contain instances of excessive amounts of hand-holding, flashing colors, bullying, physical violence, self-harm, censored nudity, verbal/sexual abuse, and unskippable explicit dialogue. Oh my. There will be warnings shown right before the flashing colors or explicit content. Anyways, let's hop into this. By playing our Castle Walls, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. Let's do this thing! It's a piano note. Aww. So, our Castle Walls. A mod by Mr. Zira the Mant. I don't know a whole ton about this. Everyone's story with autism is different. I do know that the MC in it is autistic, so there's that. I also have an idea that's relatively long, but it's a Yuri-focused mod in case you couldn't tell that just from like the introduction. But anyway, first things first, let's get that text speed up there. Yeah. And we're just gonna hop right in. No questions asked. Let's go. Hello, and thanks for choosing to play this mod. Before we get started, there's something quite important I must mention right now. There will be 7 parts in this mod where you will lose total control of being able to advance the text box. Don't be alarmed though. It will only be used to properly time words along with certain music that plays or events that happen. This will happen to the text box to indicate when it will happen. Oh, it blinks red. Don't worry, it's not actually active right now. Try clicking. Once you're on this box, you'll be able to mess around with the quick menu below before losing control to make any necessary changes to stuff. You mean like text speed, so I don't screw everything up? Oh, don't forget that the escape key on your keyboard brings up the save menu. Give it a try if you'd like. No! When this mod is active, just sit back and relax. Don't touch anything until the text box does this to show when you will regain control. Put a space between the parentheses. Alright, enjoy the mod. I'll try. It's like a storybook. No, I'm not. I just happened to click at the exact moment it started turning open. Chapter 1. New Friends. Tuesday, October 5th, 2:50 p.m. I will immediately forget all of that information. I'm sitting in my last class of the school day, algebra. This is one class I can tolerate. The idea of working with numbers and solving problems makes me use my brain a lot, which I enjoy. I've always enjoyed numbers and how certain things had different numbers on them as a kid. Same for colors. This is not quite up my alley, but relatively close. There's only 10 minutes left of class. May as well spend it on the assignment we were given today so that it doesn't interfere with my free time at home. Today went by relatively decent. I speak to a school counselor every Tuesday due to some social strolls I have, and things seem to flow pretty well today. What's especially nice is that my counselor sessions are immediately after lunch and last about 45 minutes, which means I get to skip 3/4 of my least favorite class, history. What's also nice is that my history teacher understands the whole counseling situation and takes time to go through the lesson that day with me in person. 10 minutes pass and the bell finally rings. Another uneventful school day out of the way. I walk out of the classroom, backpack attached, and start making my way towards the school exit. Exit? But isn't that where people also enter? Whatever. It's gonna be a nice lazy day today. Time to go home and... Wait, whoa, hang on. I appreciate that you slowed down that text so that it goes a certain pace before it vanishes instantly. Thank you! Thank you! Someone catches my eye. That's one of my classmates! It's Sayori! Her bow is orange now. Ah, it's Sayori. Sayori isn't exactly one of the popular girls in school. She's always been friendly to mostly everyone, from what I've seen. Not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised I'm not friends with her. I guess I just haven't had many opportunities to talk with her throughout high school. Most importantly, something in the visual department is what brought her to my attention. Eagerly approaching Sayori, I carefully tap on her shoulder to grab her attention this time. Hey, Sayori! She slows down her walking and looks over to where I am.
Oh, hi, Hallie. What's going on?
Your bow you usually wear is orange today. What brought upon this change? Her eyes ascend upwards as if she's looking towards the ceiling.
Oh, I almost forgot. I guess I wanted to try something different today, and only a few people noticed.
Dang, that's gotta feel bad. I guess they are similar in color, but I noticed right away. I was just wondering. Anyways. She smiles at me with acknowledgement, looks away and continues walking. But where I'm heading is in the same direction, so the awkwardly unintentional walking in the same direction motion ensues. Passing by the cafeteria, I walk past the poster board that shows various papers and flyers, mainly for school-related events. I stop in my tracks because one of the flyers sticks out like a sore thumb. While Sayori walks away from me, I take the flyer off the board and inspect it. Oh yeah, this is Sayori's for handwriting, isn't it?
Do you want to broaden your literary horizons and discover cool new books? Do you like discussing with people just why Harry Potter is a better read than Shakespeare, or why such comparisons are utterly meaningless? Then come down to our daily after-school sessions where we explore a variety of stuff that read and talk about everything we liked or hated about it. Lecture club meetings every school day at 3 p.m. in room 367. See you there!
So many colors. All 4 of them. Blue, pink, purple. Has this always been here? Why am I just now noticing this? Wait. Literature club? What's that supposed to be? I swear I've heard that word somewhere. Maybe Sayori knows more about it. Wait, hold on a second. Knows more about... I guess he's trailing off anyway, but it feels like the it is missing. Wait, what the heck? Where'd she go? I scan the area around me and see her heading towards a stairway that's perpendicular from the school. Doors? Exit? Big mouth? I swear I will think of the right word sometime. Flyer in hand, I start walking again, this time making my movement a little more optimal so I can catch up to her. This results in me kind of getting in front of people and getting in their way, but they're not important right now. After a moment or two, I happen to catch up to her just enough so she can hear me. Hey, one more thing! After realizing how loud I was, I fear that I'll have people's eyes fixated on me, which makes me uncomfortable. Becoming red in the face, I wish this feeling would stop soon.
Hallie, what's up?
I take the flyer that's in my hand and put it a little close to her face. Do you know anything about this club? It takes her approximately 1 second to step away a little bit, then respond back.
Of course! I'm the vice president of that club! You're one of the first people to ask me about this. Want to check it out?
Staring blankly at Sayori while thinking way too hard, I factor in the time that most clubs around here take out of the day. They take roughly about an hour or so if I'm not mistaken, and I planned on reading some more manga when I get home. Besides, this is a club about... literature. Is that the word? May as well check out one of the clubs around here. I have yet to do so my high school career. Sure, what's there to lose? Sayori gives me a questioning look, but then that changes to a smile.
Cool, follow me then!
As we make our way to the classroom that this club is supposed to be in, I can't help but become lost in thought. Wait a minute. Did I lock the door when I left today? I have my keys, right? Why am I thinking about this? I must have. Wait. Keys, door, entrance. That's what the word is.
What? What's going on?
She's stopped dead in her tracks. Oops, I said that out loud. Oh, my bad. I just thought of something that was bugging me. She smiles at me and proceeds to swing open the clubroom door.
Hey everyone, we have a guest!
Guest? Yeah, I suppose that works. Once I carefully step inside the clubroom, I take a moment to look around to see that I have never been in this room in my life, let alone this part of the school. I don't usually have a reason to be up this way. My trance of checking out the environment is then broken by a voice I haven't heard in a while.
My, what a nice surprise!
Oh.
Oh, Hallie?
I look at the girl in front of me and inspect her, all while avoiding my eye contact. Wait, that's Monica. Monica... What? Why is she... Monica, I thought you were in the debate club. I'd never spoken to Monica in my life, and I blurted something like this to her. This is too forward of me. Why do I do this? Before I look slightly down to the ground, I catch a glimpse of a rather blank look on her face as her hand now leaves her hips.
Yes, I was. That was last year, though. I was starting to get fed up with how things were turning out, so I left that club to create this one. What brings you here in the first place?
Well, I may as well be honest with her to make up for me feeling like I'm out of place. That's when I looked back up to her. I saw the flyer on the board near the school entrance, and I asked Sayori about it. Monika's expression lightens, and then she puts on a smile.
Well, that's good to know. Do you enjoy reading?
Reading? Is that what I'm getting myself into? It was the literature club, man. Well, I do read in my free time every now and then, so I suppose so.
Wonderful. As president, I'll try to make sure you feel welcome here.
The most popular girl in school is being nice to me. This feels good. Thank you, Monika. That's very nice of you. It only feels right to bow in front of her. This is my first time interacting with her, after all. As soon as I'm up straight, I see Monika, still ever so happy, return to her desk and pull out a sheet of paper. Something to my right gets caught in my peripheral vision, to which I rotate my whole body to where my sight takes me. A rather pleasant, surrounding voice fills my ears before my eyes can adjust to my sudden movements. Hello.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's nice of you to stop by.
Wait. The girl that's now in front of me has purple hair. Purple is one of my favorite colors. She's only about 5 centimeters taller than me, and she's also kind of pretty. This is making me nervous. Oh god, what do I say? No, don't get flustered. Think of something to say. Hello. May I ask your name? She looks a bit nervous and looks away a bit after asking her that.
Oh, I'm Yuri. And you?
The nervousness is still real. Hallie. Looking away slightly from her leaves me with my thoughts. Yuri. So that's... Oh god, these little skips in the sentences are going to be the death of me. Yuri, so that's her name. Is this girl in the same grade as us? I think I may have seen her once or twice in the library, but never paid much attention. Behind the pretty purple-haired girl named Yuri comes a much shorter pink-haired girl walking towards us.
Good lord, Sayori, you brought a boy! Way to go!
Jeez, isn't that a little uncalled for? It seems that everyone's eyes are fixated on the pink-haired girl.
What are you looking at? No, what are you looking at?
I don't know why I thought that was Yuri.
If you're gonna say something, then say it!
It kind of feels like I'm being interrogated, so I look away again to avoid face-to-face contact with her and don't even mutter a word.
Natsuki.
Yuri says towards this girl, whose name is apparently Natsuki. That was a little weird of a sentence. She's so short, though. Is she a freshman? I'm snapped out of my trance, however, when Sayori taps on my left shoulder.
Hallie, this is Natsuki. She's usually full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest one of us all.
Oh, do we have a genius in the club? We have a pretty girl genius in the club. This is awesome.
Please don't say things like that.
Well, it wouldn't be wise for me to make a bad first impression to these two. Well, it's nice to see you two. Yuri continues to keep a slight smile at me while Natsuki crosses her arms. The look on her face shows uncertainty.
It sounds like you already know Monika, eh?
Dude, Monika's the most popular and talented girl in school. Who on earth doesn't know her? Bro, I'm pretty sure everyone in this school knows Monika. Oh god, said that without thinking. I really have to stop doing that. Monika and Sayori both turn to look at me like I've said something wrong. Oh, sorry, Sayori, I call people bro pretty often. Looks like Sayori's the one with the blank face this time. Oops.
Had we known you were going to visit our club, we would have baked cupcakes for you in advance. Isn't that right, Natsuki?
Natsuki has a slightly annoyed expression when she looks over to us, Sayori.
I suppose.
Yuri decides to speak up.
Well, how about I make some tea for everybody?
My eyes widen a bit after Yuri says that. I could go for some tea right now. Wait a second, this is a classroom. How would... whatever. Sure thing! Yuri walks over to the closet in the corner of the room to grab what I can only guess is a tea set, while Natsuki walks over towards Sayori. Sayori pushes a few of the desks around to create a makeshift table, and she motions the two of us to take a seat. What's Monika doing? Looks like she's writing something. Isn't she gonna join us? Everyone's having a seat. She'll join if she wants. Since I don't really know Sayori and Natsuki that well, I figured an open-ended question would be one way to be an icebreaker. So, Sayori, Natsuki, if I may ask, what do you two like to read? Sayori's the first to have her mouth open.
Well, I'm comfortable with most genres except horror. I have a hard time with sci-fi as well. Believe it or not, I don't mind books that are meant for a younger demographic.
That's nothing to be ashamed of, but why is she making a house with her fingers? Natsuki is next to speak up.
I'm an avid manga reader, but don't even think I would read shonen manga.
Oh, she reads manga. That's one thing we kinda have in common, kinda. Maybe this girl isn't so bad. Oh, have you read the manga about the blue robot cat?
The one with no ears? I did when I was younger. It was cool and all, but I grew out of it.
Okay. I guess that's understandable. A few seconds later, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She places a teacup in front of each of us, and carefully pours hot tea for us all. How are you able to keep a tea set in a classroom?
Oh, I was able to get the teacher's permission beforehand. Do you like oolong tea, Hallie?
Oolong tea? I've never had it in my life. I slowly take a sip of the tea, and I gotta admit, this tastes good. I always enjoyed the warm, soothing feeling that accompanies this. Yuri, this is really good. It has a kind of formal feel to it, like jasmine tea.
Oh, I never thought of that. I like that.
Judging by the even brighter smile on her face, I'm gonna assume I just made her day. Yuri then pours herself a cup and sits down at the closest available chair.
So, Hallie, what kinds of things do you like to read?
The things I like to read... I kinda like manga. My interest in it has lowered recently. I kinda enjoy romance novels, as cheesy as it sounds, and some adventure novels are rather fun to get into. Sayori and Natsuki's heads perk up a little bit. Were they not expecting me to be the kind of guy who can appreciate that kind of stuff? However, they both remain quiet.
So, somewhat of a reader, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds correct. If I were to flat out lie to her and say I like to read a bunch of stuff, that would get messy really fast, so better to just tell the truth and be myself. And now it's your turn, Yuri. I've already asked Sayori and Natsuki, what do you like to read?
Well, let's see.
Yuri's finger does some weird circle motion around the top of her teacup.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is and tell me how those are.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading, but my mind has drifted elsewhere. A blue bird has landed on the outside of one of the classroom windows. Man, that bird is far away.
Like a solar battle adverts your own life of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been considering looking into reading some horror stories.
Huh? Oh, I probably shouldn't have spaced out on her like that. That wasn't very nice of me.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you.
I didn't even hear Monica approach us. Did her parents train her in the art of ninjutsu or something? She doesn't sit down with us, however.
I suppose. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, it's almost impossible for me to put it down. I've been told that surreal horror is successful at changing the way you look at the world.
Ugh, I hate horror.
I'll be honest, I myself haven't dabbled into horror. Again, with being honest to these four.
Yeah, you tend to prefer cute things, right, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea?
Looks like Natsuki is starting to become flustered.
I saw the brand new manga you recently got for your birthday. Wasn't it one called... Don't say it out loud!
Ouch, my ears. Maybe listen to yourself once in a while or something? It looks like Sayori has a dumb smile on her face.
Your cupcakes, your writing. Everything you do is just as cute as you are, even though we didn't really bring up your writing. I'm not cute!
Bro, again with the shouting. Wait a second, weren't cupcakes mentioned earlier today? After recovering from the assault on my ears, my attention shifts over to Natsuki. One of your hobbies is baking?
Yeah, well, yes it is. Why do you care?
I was gonna say something along the lines of, I think that's impressive, but if she's gonna be this rude towards me, then forget it. I was just wondering. Still trying to recover from Natsuki's attitude, I look over to Sayori, whose bright face makes me feel a little more at ease. Hey Sayori, are there any other key features of this club?
Well, we've talked about writing in poems last year, but only messed around with it every now and then. I've thought about sharing my work with everyone here again, but I don't feel like I've improved any.
Hey.
I understand how Sayori feels. It's quite bold of one to be able to share something they've put their heart into. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Being able to open up to your readers, to bring out your vulnerabilities, and to show how one truly feels is all a part of the beauty.
I'm actually really happy I didn't space out at all just now. How Yuri talked about writing was pretty captivating, not gonna lie.
Yuri, I've seen what you're capable of. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Sayori feel comfortable enough to share hers again.
That's some pretty solid advice, Harmonica. Natsuki looks around at all of us.
Reading everyone's poems again doesn't sound too bad. But it's not like I want to or anything.
I'm sorry, what? All of us say nothing for a short time, which makes me feel a little bit awkward, but thankfully that feeling goes away once Monica speaks up.